Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. And if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so, and we shall bring you the latest news as they happen. And together we can work with our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network, to make our Biafran dream a reality. He say, Buhari mocks and blames Niger Delta militants for his failures. He blamed them. According to reports, Buhari on Thursday in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, blamed Niger Delta militants and reduced oil earnings for his inferior performance in his over 6 years as president. Buhari, who was in Borno state to commission some projects undertaken by the state government. The state government have begged the Borno indigenes not to, abuse Buhari. They had to beg because the people were angry. They wanted to come and abuse him. But the government, the governor, and their traditional rulers had to beg. He was there to commission some project. I don't know what kind of project he's commissioning. And instead of commissioning the project, he was there lying, deceiving people. He made excuses after listening to some requests by the state governor, Governor Babagana Zulum, and the Shehu of Borno, Abubakar Ibn Umar el-Kanemi. Buhari cried that Nigerians should be fair to his administration in terms of reflecting on where Nigeria was before he came in 2015 and where Nigeria is now. Everyone in the zoo called Nigeria knows that Nigeria was far better before Buhari came into power. Look at the exchange rate. Look at the cost of living. Look at unemployment rates. Everything went down the drain. It got to a point. The Fulani Nigerian government ran Nigeria aground and turned it into the poverty capital of the world. Despite being the #1 country with the highest GDP in Africa, they earn more. They earn more than South Africa and other nations, and yet they are #1 in the world as the poverty capital. And he went there and made excuses. I won't blame him. It is the Niger Deltans that have allowed the Fulani Janjaweed to deceive them. And now they are using them as an excuse, blaming and mocking them. If they had listened and joined Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, all this mocking and blame game would not have happened. Buhari is just a stooge. He's a stooge. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's begging Nigerians to be fair to him. After killing everybody, using his Fulani terrorists to overrun and kill, kidnap, and yet he's pampering the terrorists because they are his full soldiers. Buhari is just being deceptive because he knows he's clueless and has nothing to offer. Buhari continued, when they came, according to him, he said when they came into power in 2015, unfortunately, the Niger Delta militants from the South were unleashing on the pipelines. The production went down to half a million barrels per day. But now Nigeria is the #1 exporter of oil in Africa, exporting over 2 million barrels per day. And yet, the Fulani Janjaweed president is blaming our Niger Delta brothers for his failures. He's being deceptive. You know, but after the Fulani deceived the Niger Delta militants, things became stable and oil price went up maybe ×5 the price. It went so high, but the clueless President Buhari has nothing to offer. All he thinks about is terrorism. How Fulani terrorists will overrun Biafra land, overrun the rest of Nigeria. That's what he thinks. Buhari arrived in Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State, under the sound of rockets fired by terrorist Fulani Boko Haram and Islamic State. And the whole rockets were rented the air, creating panic among residents who have endured over a decade of trauma in the raging battle. Even the coward Nigerian security agencies, they panicked and they hid themselves under cover. But when it comes to unarmed Biafrans, they will now start showing their useless force. They should have come out. The Shehu of Borno, deceiving the world, lied that farming activities have picked up in most parts of the state, and many displaced persons have started to return to their communities. What a big lie. But the indigenes blasted Buhari that he is the one causing terrorism in their communities because he pampers the Fulani terrorist Boko Haram and Islamic State. The same Shehu of Borno who lied that farming activities have started picking up. He said he will not relent in prayers for their military success, for peace to prevail in all parts of Borno State and Nigeria. Is this not the height of hypocrisy that is suffering and smiling? All because they want to overrun Biafra. Well, as they are planning to destroy Biafra, the Fulani terrorists will overrun and destroy their communities. The Borno governor, Zulum, who was weeping because his state have remained ungovernable since he came into power, he lied that the successes recorded in the counter-insurgency campaign wouldn't have been possible without the commitment of the Nigerian military, civilian JTF, and other paramilitary officers. The governor said, notwithstanding the challenges in some part of the state, peace was gradually returning to the state. Zulum identified some areas in Askira Uba and the shores of Lake Chad in northern Borno with challenges. You see, they are lying. Instead of them to say the truth, they are crying in silence. And that is why the Fulani terrorists are flourishing and succeeding and collecting tax from them. The farmers cannot go to farm. They are just lying. Another report, the Nigerian Intelligence Agency have been witnessing high level of corruption and tribalism under Buhari. Top spy chiefs have lamented in a corporate document The spy chief who registered their disaffection in a December 16 secret memo directed at Buhari asked the president to respect seniority and hierarchy in appointment into key positions. The disgruntled spy chief lamented that the dreams of reaching the top have been shattered by Buhari's demonstration of tribalism and religious bias in appointing staff members into key positions in their organization. Buhari was busy blaming Niger Delta militants for his failure. This is why our Niger Delta brothers and sisters must support IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to secure freedom for our beloved Biafra land. Since the assumption of office in 2015, critics say Buhari has given preference to the Fulani Janjaweeds in the military and other security agencies over qualified persons from other ethnic groups across Nigeria. Over the years, top politicians, right bodies, and social cultural organizations have condemned Buhari's disregard for federal character policy in the recruitment into security agencies, even in the civil service. One of his critics, Senator Issa Misau, accused Buhari of appointing incompetent people into his cabinet, arguing that all his cabinet members, 50% of his ministers, are not performing because so many incompetent people are holding so many positions, and they keep crying that nothing is working. And they are blaming Niger Delta militants for their troubles and failures. So many appointments in Buhari's government are not on merit. They are not on merit. Unity beggars must wake up from their slumber, because there is nothing called one Nigeria. One Nigeria is just on paper. The Fulani Janjaweed are just screaming one Nigeria by mouth, because they are the only one benefiting from the fraud. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.